Here we're going to look at GPU surface effects and normal mapping. I have 440 objects totaling over 250,000 triangles. These are all rendered using mental ray shaders. I'm now going to hide these from the viewport but not from the render visibility. I'm going to unhide a lower resolution model. Here he is, just 3,900 triangles. And I'm going to go to the net view. We're going to look at some of the shader builders and presets. Here we see CG, DirectX, OpenGL. We're going to look at the GPU surface effects creation. If I go to my setup, I can now start the process to bake the high resolution detail into the low resolution model. Simply hit apply. It's going to iconize this. Using the power of mental ray, I'm going to generate 3 maps. One will be the normal map for world space, a normal tangency map, as well as the surface map. We can control here the resolution. I'm going to use 1024 for a nicer effect. And again, we can generate a single map or all of these at once. I will in fact generate them all at once. And off we go. It's going to take advantage of XSI's multiple render passes here and start to calculate and generate these maps on each of the passes. It will take the high resolution detail with mental ray shaders, generate these 3 maps, which we can apply either with OpenGL, DirectX, as well as CG. While this is doing the calculations and the map generation, we also have real-time shader support for Linux platforms. We have updated the real-time shader support for OpenGL version 1.3. We have vertex shader to pixel shader propagation and texture compression for OGL real-time shaders. In addition, we can also actually have the DirectX directly inside the viewport. It's done, and here you can see it's created a color of vertex map cluster. Selecting my object, I'm now going to open the render tree and update. I'm going to switch to the cluster material. Here we have just a cloth material, and we also have a metal material. We'll start with the cloth. Opening up the net view again, you can see we have some material presets in the GPU surface effects, one of many that have been introduced in version 3.5. I just want to drag and drop the diffuse bump map directly onto my material. Notice all of the CG shaders directly applied. If I go to my metal, I'm now going to get the diffuse with specular lighting and bump reflection, and drag and drop this onto here. I'm just going to check that these all have the right nodes in the right place for the maps. All the image nodes are pointing to the right path, so now I'm going to switch to real time, and now you can see the final result. If I go and get the light, just turn on lights in my scene, I'm just going to start to move it around. We'll have a bit more of a closer look. You can now see the amount of detail, bump reflection is going in here. If I just move this around, you can start to see it very nicely. There we go. Amazing detail, all beautifully wrapped, ready to rock and roll.